This is the most straightforward and complete guide of 5 unknown universal laws that everyone should know about. Don't let this video slip away. Pay attention, as these unknown universal laws can and will change your life for the better once you know and understand them. Number 1. The Law of Divine Flow. The law of divine flow is a universal principle suggesting that life operates most harmoniously when we align ourselves with its natural rhythms and currents. Instead of resisting or attempting to control every aspect of our existence, we allow ourselves to move with life's inherent energy, much like a river effortlessly flowing downstream. At its essence, this law emphasizes 2 fundamental principles: surrender and trust. It invites you to release the tight grip of control, to let go of the constant need to dictate outcomes, and to have faith that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good. When you resist this flow, you create friction, stress, and a sense of struggle. But when you embrace it, life unfolds with greater ease, synchronicity, and often delightful surprises. From ancient Eastern philosophies that stress the importance of harmony with the Tao, or the flow of life, to indigenous wisdom traditions that emphasize living in balance with nature, the idea of aligning with a greater flow is woven into the fabric of human wisdom. Even in modern times, the concept has been embraced by various self-help movements and psychological practices that encourage individuals to go with the flow as a means to reduce stress and enhance well-being. While the law of divine flow is rooted in spiritual teachings rather than empirical science, its principles resonate with ideas explored by various thought leaders and philosophers. Renowned spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, emphasizes the importance of being present and accepting life as it is. He suggests that resistance not only amplifies negativity, but also prevents us from experiencing the peace and joy available in the present moment. By accepting life as it unfolds, we open ourselves to deeper understanding and serenity. Whatever you fight, you strengthen, and what you resist persists. Deepak Chopra, a well-known figure in mind-body medicine and spiritual wisdom, discusses the concept of synchrodestiny in his book Synchrodestiny, harnessing the infinite power of coincidence to create miracles. He suggests that when individuals align with the flow of the universe, they experience meaningful coincidences that guide them toward their true purpose. This idea reflects the law of divine flow by highlighting how surrendering control can lead to serendipitous events, supporting our highest good. When you struggle against this moment, you're actually struggling against the entire universe. Michael Allen Singer, author of The Surrender Experiment, shares his personal journey of letting go of personal preferences and allowing life to unfold naturally. His experiences illustrate how surrendering to the flow can lead to unexpected opportunities and profound personal growth. Singer's narrative demonstrates the practical application of the law of divine flow, showing that trust and surrender can lead to remarkable outcomes. These perspectives collectively underscore the value of surrendering to life's flow. They validate that trusting the universe doesn't associate to inaction or passivity. Rather, it means engaging in inspired actions that feel aligned with your true self and the greater good. Now let's see some real-life examples that are highlighting the law of divine flow at work into daily life. In 1968, Dr. Spencer Silver, a chemist at Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company, also known as 3M, was attempting to create a super strong adhesive. Instead, he accidentally developed a low-tack, pressure-sensitive adhesive that seemed to have no practical application. Rather than discarding this unexpected result, Silver shared his discovery with colleagues. Years later, Art Fry, another 3M scientist, became frustrated with bookmarks falling out of his book. Remembering Silver's adhesive, he applied it to create sticky notes that would stay in place without damaging pages. This led to the creation of the Post-it note, a product now used worldwide. By embracing unexpected outcomes and flowing with the direction of innovation, they turned a seeming failure into a groundbreaking product. This example demonstrates how surrendering to the flow of events can lead to unforeseen success. Another example is Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. In interviews, Jordan often spoke about entering a state of flow during games, where his actions felt effortless and time seemed to slow down. This peak performance state wasn't achieved through overthinking or forcing plays, but by being fully present and trusting his instincts and training. His ability to surrender to the game's rhythm allowed him to perform at unparalleled levels, demonstrating how aligning with the flow can lead to exceptional achievements. Both of these real-life examples show that when people let go of excessive control and align with their inner guidance, they often achieve remarkable success and fulfillment. Their lives became testimonies to the power of flowing with life's currents rather than swimming against them. So, here is how you can apply the law of divine flow in your daily life, with practical steps to help you start flowing rather than resisting. Identify and release resistance. Reflect on areas where you feel tension or struggle. Acknowledge any fear or need for control that might be causing resistance. Practice releasing this by affirming your trust in life's process. Embrace change and uncertainty. Accept that change is a natural part of life. Instead of clinging to the familiar, view change as an opportunity for growth. A flexible attitude allows you to navigate transitions with greater ease. Trust in the universe. Strengthen your belief that the universe is inherently supportive. Use affirmations, journaling, or reading spiritual texts to reinforce the notion of a benevolent higher power guiding your path. Follow your intuition. Pay attention to intuitive nudges and gut feelings. These inner signals often guide you toward choices aligned with your true self and the universe's flow. Embracing the law of divine flow invites you to live with greater ease, trust, and alignment with your true self. By releasing the need to control every aspect of your life and surrendering to higher wisdom, you open yourself to experiences and opportunities you might have otherwise overlooked. This shift doesn't imply passivity or resignation. Rather, it's an active engagement with life from a place of openness and receptivity. Remember, aligning with the divine flow is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this path. Celebrate moments when you feel in sync with life's rhythm, and view challenges as opportunities to deepen your practice of surrender and trust. By living in harmony with the law of divine flow, you enhance your well-being and contribute positively to the world's collective energy. As you experience more joy, peace, and fulfillment, you naturally inspire and uplift those around you, creating a ripple effect of positivity and alignment. Number 2, the law of abundance. If you ever felt like the universe is holding back from giving you what you truly desire, or maybe you've caught yourself thinking that you just don't have enough of what you really deserve, you're not alone. This is where the law of abundance can help you greatly, and once understood and applied, this law can change your scarcity mindset forever. In the next few minutes, you are going to learn about the law of abundance, part of the 12 less-known universal laws. You'll discover what it means, the science and wisdom that back it up, and how you can apply it and harness its power to invite boundless prosperity into your life. The law of abundance suggests that the universe has unlimited resources, wealth, and prosperity available to everyone. This law revolves around the idea that abundance is a state of being, a mindset that recognizes the infinite possibilities in the universe. Although it teaches that what you focus on, you attract, similar to the law of attraction, this law is way more. When you focus on scarcity, you find more lack. But when you adopt an abundance mindset, you begin to see opportunities, resources, and wealth flowing toward you effortlessly. In simple terms, abundance is not just about material wealth. It encompasses love, health, happiness, and opportunities. It's about recognizing that life is overflowing with chances for growth, success, and fulfillment. The universe, according to this law, is constantly expanding, creating new avenues for prosperity every day. Now let's dive into some credible sources and experts who support the concept of abundance and the fact that we are the creators of our experiences by controlling our mindset. Throughout history, many philosophers, motivational speakers, and researchers have aligned with this belief. Dr. Tara Swart, a neuroscientist and author of The Source, emphasizes the power of neuroplasticity and how the brain's structure can be changed through focused thought and visualization. Her research indicates that by adopting an abundance mindset and visualizing success, we can rewire our brains to spot and seize opportunities that align with our desires. By training your brain to focus on what you want, you can create more opportunities and draw more abundance into your life. Dr. Martin Seligman, known as the founder of positive psychology, underlines the impact of a positive mindset on overall well-being and success. In his book, Authentic Happiness, he discusses how adopting an optimistic outlook can lead to a sense of abundance and increase one's ability to achieve goals. His studies show that by focusing on strengths, gratitude, and positive emotions, people are more likely to attract success and prosperity into their lives. Optimism is invaluable for the meaningful life. With a firm belief in a positive future, you can throw yourself into the service of that which is larger than you are. Dr. Carol Dweck, a psychologist known for her groundbreaking research on mindset, introduced the concept of the growth mindset in her book, Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. This growth-oriented thinking aligns with the law of abundance, suggesting that seeing potential and possibilities rather than limitations can open up a world of abundance in learning, personal development, and success. Believing that your qualities are carved in stone, the fixed mindset creates an urgency to prove yourself over and over. The growth mindset, on the other hand, is based on the belief that your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your efforts. Now, let's see some real-life examples where the law of abundance was put to work and the inevitable success was achieved. The rise of Airbnb. In 2007, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia were struggling to pay rent in San Francisco. Instead of focusing on their financial difficulties, they looked at the resources they had, a spare room and air mattresses. During a local design conference with fully booked hotels, they decided to rent out their space to attendees. This simple act led to the birth of Airbnb. Despite skepticism and multiple investor rejections, the founders persisted, believing in the abundance of untapped resources, people's homes. They focused on building a platform that connected hosts with travelers, turning unused space into a source of income. Their mindset of abundance, focusing on creating value and opportunity, transformed Airbnb into a multi-billion-dollar global business. This story shows how an abundance mindset helps uncover opportunities where others see limitations. The crowdfunding platforms. Platforms like Kickstarter, GoFundMe, and Indiegogo are prime examples of the law of abundance at work. Traditionally, raising funds for a business, creative project, or personal cause was limited to those with access to specific financial networks or investors. Crowdfunding disrupted this scarcity mindset by operating on the belief that support and resources are abundant when people connect with ideas that resonate with them. When creators launch a campaign on these platforms, they're not just seeking money, they're offering value in exchange for support, whether through innovative products, community-driven projects, or personal stories. Success stories like the Pebble smartwatch, which raised over $10 million, and the Exploding Kittens card game, which gathered nearly $9 million, show that when ideas are shared openly with enthusiasm and a sense of possibility, they can attract overwhelming support. This abundance-focused model allows individuals to bypass traditional barriers and find success through collective goodwill, reinforcing the notion that resources are available to those who dare to pursue their passions. Here's how you can start applying the law of abundance in your life, with a few daily practices that can elevate your mindset. From scarcity to abundance. Begin by paying attention to your thoughts. Are they centered on lack and limitation, or are they focused on opportunities and possibilities? A simple way to shift your focus is by practicing gratitude. Make it a habit to write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. This practice trains your mind to look for the positive, creating an internal environment of abundance. Give freely. Whether it's your time, knowledge, or money, giving creates a flow of abundance. By helping others, you reinforce the belief that there is always more than enough. This action breaks the cycle of fear and scarcity, allowing you to receive in return. Visualize your abundance. Visualization is a powerful tool. Take a few moments every day to close your eyes and imagine yourself living in abundance. See yourself achieving your goals surrounded by love, joy, and prosperity. This practice not only boosts your confidence, but also aligns your energy with the frequency of abundance. The law of abundance reminds us that the universe is full of endless possibilities. By changing our mindset from scarcity to abundance, practicing gratitude, giving freely, and focusing on what we want rather than what we lack, we open ourselves to receive more. Remember, abundance is a state of being. It's already within you, waiting to be tuned into. So the next time you find yourself feeling like you don't have enough, pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that the universe is abundant, and you are deserving of every good thing it has to offer. As Wayne Dyer said, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." Go forth with an abundant mindset and watch how your life begins to overflow with prosperity, love, and joy. You have the power to create the life you desire. Now it's up to you to embrace that power and let the law of abundance work its magic. Number 3, the law of detachment. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why some things never seem to work in your life, and the universal law I'll explain will help you to detach in order to finally attract and achieve the success and peace you've been looking for. Alan Watts, the famous philosopher that needs no introduction, said it perfectly. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Whether it's a dream, an ambition, or a relationship, it seems that the more we try to control the outcome, the further away it gets. That is because life is not about having complete control over everything. Instead, it's about letting go sometimes, trusting the process, and allowing the universe to act as it will. This is the law of detachment, one of the less known universal laws. And by the end of this, you'll not only grasp how it works, but also how to use it in your life to achieve your goals with simplicity and grace. The law of detachment reminds us that in order to manifest our goals, we must let go of our attachment to the result. While this may seem impractical at first, it is founded on the idea that attachment comes from fear and a lack of confidence in the universe. At its core, detachment invites you to live in a state of flow where you set clear intentions but release the anxiety tied to outcomes. This principle stems from the understanding that life is uncertain and unpredictable. When you try to control every detail, you narrow your focus and limit the range of what's possible. In contrast, detachment encourages you to remain open to different paths and solutions. When you are excessively attached with how and when things happen, you limit the endless opportunities available to you. Detachment doesn't suggest that you should stop caring or give up on your ambitions, but rather it demonstrates that you trust that everything will happen in its own time and own process. You can stay true to your vision while letting go of the need to control every step. The law of detachment encourages us to let go of our desire for certainty and accept uncertainty, which is an ideal setting for creativity and miracles. Many great psychologists, scientists, and philosophers have discussed and reinforced the power of detachment over time. So let's look at how some of these influential personalities supported the law of detachment. Steve Taylor, a PhD psychologist and lecturer at Leeds Beckett University, has explored the psychological benefits of detachment in his work on well-being and consciousness. He underlined that attachments, whether to material objects or personal outcomes, clutter our minds and hinder our sense of clarity and freedom. Dr. Taylor notes that letting go of these attachments creates mental openness, fostering a deeper sense of well-being and happiness. Letting go makes us aware that the attachments actually clutter up our minds and overburden us with demands. Niels Bohr, one of the founding fathers of quantum mechanics, contributed to the principle of complementarity, which suggests that particles can display characteristics of both waves and particles, depending on the observer's interaction. This demonstrates that reality isn't fixed, but it changes based on observation and intention. His work aligns with the law of detachment in the sense that the more we try to observe and control specific outcomes, the more elusive they become. The opposite of a profound truth may well be another profound truth. This reflects the paradoxical nature of detachment. By letting go, we often achieve what we desire. Before going forward, let me ask you to give a like to this video, as it helps us a lot in spreading the knowledge. Also, consider sharing it in order to reach the people that might need it. Thank you. Now let's see some real-life examples that underline the importance of applying the law of detachment into our lives. Arianna Huffington's resilience. Arianna Huffington, co-founder of the Huffington Post, experienced the law of detachment early in her career. Before achieving massive success, she faced a long series of rejections. In fact, her second book was rejected by 36 publishers before it was finally accepted for publication. Instead of becoming overly attached to these rejections or letting them define her career, she detached from the negative outcomes, learning to view rejection as part of the process rather than the final outcome. This detachment allowed her to remain focused on her vision and continue moving forward. Eventually, she built the Huffington Post, which became one of the most influential media platforms in the world. Her ability to detach from specific setbacks and trust in the larger vision of her career is a perfect example of how letting go can lead to bigger and better opportunities. We need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we'll screw up royally sometimes. Understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Kind detachment. Imagine coming across a stray kitten, a tiny, hungry creature whose eyes beg for love and care. Your immediate instinct is to help, and you do. You feed the kitten, give it some affection, but you know that by adopting it, you will take responsibility for its existence and will complicate yours. This is when you need to detach, and although leaving it behind while you continue your day might not feel great at all, you know that it's the right decision for yourself. Science proved that emotions encountered daily usually pass in 90 seconds. Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor, a neuroanatomist, explains in her book, My Stroke of Insight, that the physiological response to an emotion, meaning the biochemical processes that are triggered in the brain and body, typically lasts only about 90 seconds. After that, the emotion itself will pass unless we consciously hold on to it by continuing to think about it or reinforce it mentally. However, many people experience emotions lasting much longer because they either dwell on the triggering thoughts or get caught in repetitive thinking patterns. This keeps the emotional response active. Here's where the law of detachment comes in. While your compassionate heart naturally wants to help, this law teaches you that you must release your attachment to control the situation. You do what you can in the moment, providing food, water, love, and care, but you recognize that the ultimate outcome for the kitten may not be entirely in your hands. In this case, detachment doesn't mean a lack of compassion. It means recognizing the limits of your role in the situation. You've provided love and care in the moment, but you're not allowing attachment to burden you with guilt or an overwhelming sense of responsibility that doesn't serve your overall well-being. Now that we understand the importance of detachment, here's how you can start incorporating and apply it in your daily life. Set your intentions, then let go. It is essential to have clear intentions about what you aim to achieve. Write down your goals, envision your dreams, and then let go of the urge to control entirely how and when they'll come true. Trust that the universe will provide you with the genuine opportunities at the right moment. Embrace uncertainty. Life is full of unpredictability, yet that is where its beauty lies. Instead of being afraid of the unknown, think of it as an avenue with limitless potential. Every day, remind yourself that the unknown is part of the experience. Practice non-resistance. Non-resistance implies flowing with life rather than against it. When barriers occur, instead of opposing or forcing your way through, consider what lesson or opportunity the situation gives. Allow life to flow without attempting to micromanage each detail. Trust the process. At the core, the law of detachment is trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and trust in the timing of your life. Remind yourself that everything happens in perfect divine timing, even if it doesn't always seem that way in the moment. The law of detachment doesn't ask you to give up on your dreams, but it encourages you to dream boldly, but without the chains of fear and control. By learning to detach, you free yourself from the suffering that comes from trying to control what's out of your hands. The result will always be a life that flows more naturally, where things seem to fall into place effortlessly. As you move forward, remember that detachment is a practice. It won't happen overnight, but with each day that you let go a little more, you'll feel lighter, freer, and more in tune with the natural flow of life. So set your intentions, take inspired action, and then let go, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Number 4, the law of pure potential. By the end of this, you will discover how to tap into your huge potential, unlimited potential that exists in all of us and is only waiting to be activated. The law of pure potential explains that we are considerably more powerful and capable than we usually allow ourselves to believe. Stay with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and tools to unlock this infinite potential and begin changing your life in ways that align with your greatest dreams. At its foundation, the law of pure potential says that people are unlimited beings. Our consciousness is not limited by the roles we act out, the careers we have, or the environment in which we were born in. Instead, we are pure, limitless potential manifested in human form. Imagine an enormous, untapped pool of possibility within you, waiting for your conscious mind to discover and manifest it. Think of existence as a blank slate. Every day, every moment represents a new opportunity for you to create everything that you want. You are the artist, and your ideas, beliefs, and actions are the paintbrush strokes. The law of pure potential states that we are not trapped in our existing circumstances. We are pure consciousness with endless power to expand, evolve, and create. This law is founded on the concept that we are not constrained by reality or the stories we tell ourselves about who we are. Our potential is as large as the universe itself, only limited by the constraints that we impose on it through our thinking. Understanding this will allow you to break free from self-imposed limitations and explore new possibilities. While this may seem to be an abstract concept, it is based on profound spiritual and scientific insights and has been validated by multiple thought leaders and significant thinkers throughout history. So let's explore just a few of them. Albert Einstein, the brilliant physicist, acknowledged the vastness of human potential as he understood that the power of imagination and the limitless nature of human thought were central to unlocking potential. His groundbreaking discoveries in science emerged from the ability to think beyond what was known and to tap into the infinite possibilities of the mind. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Dr. David Bohm, a theoretical physicist and pioneer of quantum theory, also supported that human potential is far greater than we realize. He believed that the universe is a deeply interconnected whole, and this includes human awareness, and his quantum physics research showed that reality is not as fixed as we believe. What we see is influenced by our consciousness, indicating that our potential is linked to how we perceive the world. The notion that all these fragments are separately existent is evidently an illusion, and this illusion cannot do other than lead to endless conflict and confusion. Dr. Amit Goswami, a theoretical physicist and author of The Self-Aware Universe, is a key figure in bridging quantum physics with the concept of consciousness. He is one of the leading voices in the quantum worldview that consciousness, not matter, is the foundation of reality. His research in quantum mechanics highlights the role of human consciousness in creating reality, suggesting that by harnessing our awareness and intention, we can shape our experiences in profound ways. Dr. Goswami's work ties closely with the law of pure potential, emphasizing that our consciousness holds infinite possibilities. Before we continue, I want to share something special. Many of you have reached out acknowledging the importance of the universal laws, but find it challenging to keep them in mind daily. In response to the numerous requests, we've created the 12 Universal Laws, printable reminders, as an alternative to the very expensive and rather incomplete poster prints you can find out there. The positive feedback has been amazing, and we're thrilled that people are sharing how these reminders have helped them stay aligned with these powerful principles every day and achieved incredible results. If you'd like to join them, you can find the link to the printable reminders as a download in the description below. Now, let's continue with the important law of pure potential, and let's have a look at how it has been applied in everyday life situations, with the short stories of a few notable personalities that have tapped into their true, unlimited potential to change their lives and even the world. Elon Musk's journey is an outstanding example of what happens when you tap into your pure potential. He started with very little despite the common opinion that he is coming from a rich family. He is now behind revolutionary companies like SpaceX and Tesla, and envisions a future where humans can live on Mars, pushing the boundaries of what we think is possible. Musk didn't let societal norms or past failures define him. Instead, he tapped into his inner vision and acted on his boundless belief that anything is possible. His work reminds us that by harnessing the power of the mind, even the most impossible dreams can become reality. Stephen Hawking, the renowned theoretical physicist, was diagnosed with ALS at the age of 21 and was given only a few years to live. But instead of letting his condition bound him, he tapped into his limitless intellectual potential and became one of the greatest theoretical physicists of all time. Hawking's work on black holes and the nature of the universe expanded human understanding of the cosmos, and despite losing his ability to speak and move, his mind remained boundless. His life is a powerful reminder that even in the face of extreme physical limitations, the potential of the mind is infinite. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Now that we've explored what the law of pure potential is and how it has worked for others, here's how you can tap into this boundless potential for yourself. Expand your awareness. The first step is to become conscious of your own limiting beliefs. We all have beliefs that restrict us, usually unconsciously. Begin to question these beliefs. Ask yourself if these limitations are real or are they a result of your conditioning. Once you've identified the limits, you can begin the process of removing them. Embrace a growth mindset. Carol Dweck, an esteemed psychologist, created the term growth mindset, which refers to the concept that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort. This mindset is required for using the law of pure potential. You should always believe in your ability to learn, grow, and improve. Instead of being an obstacle, every problem becomes a chance to boost your capabilities. Take bold, inspired action. The law of pure potential is more than just thinking or believing. It also requires action. Begin small, but take persistent strides towards your goals. Allow your conviction in your infinite nature to guide your actions, and remember that even the most remarkable journeys begin with a single step. Surround yourself with positive influences. Pay attention to the people, media, and circumstances in which you immerse yourself. Surround yourself with influences that inspire and improve your thinking, encourage your belief in possibilities, and consistently remove negative influences around yourself. The law of pure potential encourages you to become aware of your own limitless potential. Every day, you have the ability to create your reality, to push beyond your limits, and to live a life filled with purpose and passion. You are not defined by your past, your current circumstances, or any doubts that may emerge. You are pure potential, ready to be expressed in any way you choose. As you move on, keep in mind that the only limitations you face are those you make. Break free from those boundaries, believe in your own inner strength, take inspired action, and watch your life change in surprising and unexpected ways. Number 5, the law of belief. In the next few minutes, you'll learn about the law of belief, part of the less-known universal laws, and how important it is in shaping the reality around you. And we're not doing it with woo-woo talk from La La Land, but with facts from science, backed up by reputable personalities, and we'll provide real-life examples. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll also learn how you can apply the invaluable principles of the law of belief, and you'll know exactly how to use it to break free from limitations and unlock the potential that deep down you always knew you had. The law of belief is a foundational principle within the realm of personal development and spirituality, stating that what we believe about ourselves and the world around us plays a central role in shaping our reality. In essence, our beliefs act as filters, influencing how we perceive, interpret, and react to the events in our lives. Just as we see the world through the colored lenses of sunglasses, our beliefs add a tint to our worldview, affecting everything from our opportunities and achievements to our relationships and personal well-being. At its core, the law of belief teaches us that beliefs are not just abstract thoughts. They are powerful forces that influence our actions, emotions, and experiences. When we hold a belief, whether consciously or subconsciously, we tend to seek evidence that reinforces it. Psychologists call this confirmation bias, where we focus on information that aligns with our beliefs and ignore anything that contradicts them. For example, if we believe that we're not good at public speaking, we're more likely to remember every instance of nervousness or hesitation, reinforcing the belief that we struggle in that area. However, we might overlook moments when we actually spoke confidently or received positive feedback. The law of belief goes beyond mere thoughts. It operates on a deeper, often subconscious level. Many of our beliefs are formed early in life, shaped by our upbringing, cultural influences, and personal experiences. These ingrained beliefs often become so familiar that we stop questioning them, accepting them as truths about ourselves and the world. However, these beliefs may not always serve us well. Some beliefs can be empowering, motivating us to grow and succeed, while others can be limiting, holding us back from our full potential. When you believe you're capable, worthy, and resilient, you're far more likely to act in ways that create positive outcomes. In this way, the law of belief serves as a reminder that you hold more power over your life than you may have realized until now. To see just how influential beliefs can be, let's look at some scientists and personalities who have explored and endorsed the idea that beliefs can truly shape our existence. Dr. Fred Alan Wolf, a physicist and author known for his work in quantum mechanics, has extensively explored the connection between consciousness, belief, and reality. He set forth the idea that quantum phenomena, where particles exist in multiple states until observed, suggest that human consciousness plays a significant role in creating our experiences. He argues that our beliefs act like quantum observers, directing how potential realities manifest into our lives. Through his research, Dr. Wolf encourages us to recognize that belief shapes not only our internal world, but our physical reality. Our beliefs are the magic carpet that transports us through the world of reality. Albert Ellis, a prominent psychologist and founder of rational emotive behavior therapy, explored the profound impact that beliefs have on emotions and behavior. He argued that by identifying and changing irrational beliefs, people could alter their emotional responses and improve their lives. Dr. Ellis's approach emphasized that beliefs are central to our mental well-being, advocating for conscious, rational beliefs to counteract self-limiting thoughts. The best years of your life are the ones in which you decide your problems are your own. Neville Goddard, the renowned metaphysical teacher and author, taught that imagination and belief are powerful forces for creating one's reality. He often emphasized that what we believe deeply and imagine with conviction manifests in our physical world. He viewed belief as an active force, often suggesting that individuals assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled to bring desires into reality. Goddard's teachings revolve around aligning belief with intention, highlighting the creative power of belief. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and observe the route that your imagination will take you. These perspectives highlight a common understanding. Belief is a powerful force that can impact almost every aspect of our lives. When you change your beliefs, you change your experiences. Before going forward, let me ask you to give a like to this video, because it helps a lot in spreading the knowledge to the many people that need to know about this. Also, don't hold back from sharing it to the people you care about. This is life-changing information for anyone willing to understand and apply it. Thank you. Now, here are two powerful examples that reveal the tangible impact of belief on people's lives and outcomes. The placebo effect. The placebo effect is a well-documented phenomenon in medicine that demonstrates how belief alone can influence physical outcomes. When patients receive a placebo, a harmless, inactive substance that they believe to be real medication, many report actual improvements in their symptoms. In some cases, patients experience a measurable decrease in pain, relief from symptoms, or even accelerated healing. The critical factor here is belief. By simply believing they are receiving effective treatment, the brain and body respond as they are. This effect has been studied extensively, showing how belief can trigger a cascade of physical changes, such as the release of endorphins, reduction of stress hormones, and even improved immune function. The placebo effect serves as a powerful reminder of the law of belief in action, as it illustrates that our mindset alone has the potential to alter our physiological responses and our experience of illness or health. The Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect, also known as the self-fulfilling prophecy, was famously demonstrated in a study by psychologists Robert Rosenthal and Lenore Jacobson. In 1968, they conducted an experiment in a school where they told teachers that certain students were expected to experience a bloom in their academic performance based on intelligence tests. In reality, these students were selected at random and had no special qualities. However, by the end of the school year, these students indeed performed better than their peers. This improvement was attributed to the teacher's belief in these students' potential, which led them to interact with those students more positively and provide additional support. The students in turn believed in their own capabilities, resulting in actual improvement in their performance. This study highlights how the belief of others, teachers in this case, can impact a person's own belief and achievements, demonstrating the law of belief's role in shaping outcomes through expectations. These quantifiable examples highlight how the law of belief works in practice. When people hold empowering beliefs, whether about their health or their ability to learn, they tend to experience better outcomes. Whether through the placebo effect in medicine or the Pygmalion effect in education, these examples showed that our beliefs have a profound influence on the way we experience reality and the results we achieve. They proved that by consciously adopting beliefs that support our goals, we can unlock potential and create meaningful change in our lives. So here's how you can start using the law of belief in your own life with a simple, actionable plan to get started. Identify limiting beliefs. Begin by taking a closer look at your own beliefs. Ask yourself, what do you believe about yourself, your abilities, and your future? If you find beliefs that seem negative or limiting, such as "I'm not good enough," "I don't deserve success," or "it's too late to change," acknowledge these thoughts without judgment. Challenge and replace limiting beliefs. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, start questioning them. Are they really true, or are they beliefs that you picked up over time from past experiences, society, or even other people? Replace these limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones. For example, change "I'm not capable" to "I'm learning and growing every day." Visualize and reinforce empowering beliefs. Visualization can be a powerful tool for strengthening new, empowering beliefs. Picture yourself succeeding, achieving your goals, and living the life you want. The more you visualize these positive outcomes, the more natural it becomes to believe in them. Over time, these new beliefs will begin to replace the old limiting ones. Take small, consistent actions. Finally, take actions that align with your empowering beliefs. Start with small steps, even if they feel uncomfortable. Each action will help reinforce your new beliefs, building confidence and showing you that change is possible. The law of belief reminds you that your thoughts and beliefs have immense power. When you choose to believe in your own potential, you set yourself on a path to personal growth and achievement. By challenging and transforming your beliefs, you begin to break free from limitations, opening doors to possibilities you may never have imagined. Remember, you hold the key to shaping your reality through your beliefs. So, let go of doubts, embrace empowering beliefs, and watch as your life shifts in ways you never thought possible. Begin today by nurturing beliefs that support your highest potential, and let the law of belief guide you to a life filled with purpose, growth, and joy.